Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and I am rocking and rolling, and I'm about to get a Christmas breakfast on the table for my family. And what I'm cooking right now is my Tart Apple Crisp. Tart Apple Crisp is on page 125 of my cookbook, Happiness is Homemade, y'all. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it in ebook, or you can get it in print form. This is really good. So this is gonna be our dessert for breakfast this morning. It's Tart Apple Crisp. And I'm already peeled my apples right here, and I'm gonna show you how I prepare the apples and get them ready to go right quick. After you get your apples peeled, you're gonna cut them in half, like so, and then cut the half in half, so you're gonna end up with fourths. And to get your apples ready, of course, you gotta take out the core. So that's what we're gonna do with the paring knife. Just take that out, and then slice it in about, I would say, 3 pieces. So this is what you've got, and you're gonna layer it in your pan, which I've sprayed with cooking spray, and get ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna do this with all these apples, and then I will be back with you shortly. And I may or may not have some Christmas guests in the kitchen with me. What do you think? It depends on how things go this morning. All right, see you in a minute. Bye. Y'all, I'm back in the kitchen, and I got somebody with me that I adore. Come on in. Y'all, this is Sydney, my granddaughter. Isn't she lovely? She can cook, too. She can cook. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Your ugly biscuits.
Ugly biscuits. She makes my ugly biscuits for people all the time. I'm going to tell you this little story about her. One time she sent me a message. She was away from home, and she needed the recipe for ugly biscuits. And I snapped a picture of it and sent it back to her. And I said, hey, if you're gonna make them, send me a picture when you get them done. I wanna see how they turned out. What did the picture look like? Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Tell them.
Completely empty.
Completely empty plate with just some crumbs left. And I said, Sydney, what happened to the biscuits? What happened?
All gone.
All gone. Everybody ate them before she could get a picture of them. So were they a hit?
Mm-hmm.
They were a hit. So y'all, if you haven't made my ugly biscuits, they're recipes in my cookbook. Sydney knows how to do it. And we're going to be making this Tart Apple Crisp. And so what we're going to do right now is go pull up our hair and get us some aprons going, and then we'll be right back with you. All right, y'all, we're back, and we're about to mix up the topping. I'm going to get this ready, and Sydney's going to mix up the topping. So what she has is a stick of butter. So you got your butter. Is it softened?
I think so.
It's softened. And then she's going to add some ingredients, and she's going to use the pastry blender or either her hands, whichever one she chooses, to make this turn into crumbs. So what she's going to add to it is 1 cup of flour and a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And remember, you pack those down. Go ahead. All right, you get started on your stuff and get going with it. Just press it down. Okay, this is gonna be, it's gonna take a little strong arm, and y'all know how it is when you're doing this, but she's gonna work on that, and then let me tell you what to do to the apples. The first thing you're gonna do is put a little bit of lemon juice over it. So let me get my lemon juice open. Do you want, let me get her a spoon. Hold on. Or one of these. Here you go. You can scrape it off with that. You see why I use my hands? Yeah. I mean, I normally use my hands because, you know. All right, I'm gonna do, you're supposed to use the juice of a lemon, and I don't have any today, so I'm using about a teaspoon of this lemon juice here. And I'm cheating a little bit because we want a taste of this, and this will get done quicker, and I'm making a little container, and the cook's privilege, we got to taste it and see if it's good, so we're going to do that. The next thing I got to do is put some sugar over this. So I've got a cup of sugar, and I'm just sprinkling it over. Oh, and I know somebody's going to say, what kind of apples is that? Y'all, it's Granny Smith. You need a tart apple that will hold up for cooking, and Granny Smith is what the recipe calls for. Because y'all know some apples don't cook that good.
With my hands.
You're going to do it with your hands?
Not working.
Okay.
It's not working.
It's not working for her.
No.
And the next thing we got to do is put cinnamon. Now I'm just going to sprinkle a little over the top. I mean, you don't go hog wild with it, but you do need 1/2 cup of cinnamon. Not 1/2 cup, 1/2 of a teaspoon. If we put a 1/2 cup in there, it'll probably make our eyes water. Okay, there we go. Now, Sydney, tell me what you do in your spare time so they'll know.
I ride horses.
She has horses.
I do tennis.
Tennis.
And I'm thinking of trying out for cheer.
Trying out for cheer. She used to be a gymnast. Now, you did gymnastics for how many years?
I think 7.
7 years. And she traveled. She was very good. So we would go watch her at some of her stuff. And she's real strong and everything because she can do all the bars and the flips and all that. So anyway, she's our sweet, sweet girl that likes to have projects going, don't you? Something else that she does that I do is knit. You knit, don't you? I knit a lot, and you knit as well, don't you? What's your favorite thing you've knitted?
Probably a scarf.
She's knitted scarves. You've knitted, she made me a throw last year. It's so nice. You knitted a purse for one of your cousins,
Yeah, I
didn't
knitted
you?
a purse for Adeline.
I know, she knitted a purse. I know. She does all kind of stuff like that, so it's impressive. You're impressive, my darling. Of course, I know I'm biased, but I still think she's impressive. All right, how's it looking in there?
I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like.
I don't know what it's supposed
Before
to look like.
yeah, I know. She's never made this before. This is new to her arsenal. We have a few big lumps in there that we will get out. And I'm going to take this. And y'all see how messy this is. So it's therapeutic when you're making this. So she's about got this, as you can see. And I'll get a few of those bigger lumps out. And then we're moving on, baby. We are moving on. Now, don't tell anybody how easy this was to throw together, okay? Because we did just throw it together. So what we're going to do is just don't undo your hands yet. We're going to sprinkle this over. And y'all remember, it's got that butter in it. It's got that sugar in it. Just go ahead and sprinkle it, girlfriend. And we are going to put this in the oven at 350 for 1 hour. Y'all, that is called a crisp because this stuff on the top that Sydney has mixed up is going to be very crispy and delicious because it's got sugar, it's got butter.
I'm going to go curl my hair.
And you're going to go curl your hair?
I did that the time I woke up late.
They spent the night with us last night, and this is actually Christmas Eve. This is when we have our breakfast because they have so many places to go, don't you?
Yep.
And in different states. I think you will be in 3 different states.
I think we're going to like Tennessee.
Yeah, you'll be in different states. So we're just glad to have them in Alabama right now. But anyway, just get it on there, girly, and I'm going to pop this in the oven. I know it just spreads out further than you think. She's doing a good job of getting it spread out. And some people, there's a debate about this. Some people like it. Put a little bit more on ours than we're going to get.
Yeah, because we did not put very much.
I know. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the oven because we want to taste of this for you before everybody gets here, okay? And there's a debate about this. Do you eat it hot? Do you eat it cold? My husband likes it hot with ice cream on it, and I like it cold. So we'll see what you think. We'll taste it both ways. Just hang right here a minute. All right, y'all, we're about to put this in 1 hour at 350. And Sydney's going to go do what she's got to do getting ready, and I'm going to move on with the rest of the food that we've got. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute to show you what it looks like. Go ahead. Okay. Hey y'all, we're back. We've just pulled this apple crisp, this Tart apple crisp out of the oven. What do you think, Sydney?
Looks so good.
Does it smell good?
Oh yeah.
Cinnamon, we can smell it. But y'all know that we're gonna do a little secret taste test before everybody comes to the kitchen. So here's our little one that we made. So dig in, Sydney, and don't burn your tongue. I'm going right in the middle. It should be tart, it should be sweet. Look at that. Look at that. There's smoke coming off of it. It is hot. Don't put it in your mouth yet. Let's blow a little. We don't need a burnt tongue for Christmas, do we? No. This is Tart apple crisp. It will cure what ails you, people. What do you think? This is your Pap's, one of his favorites. He loves it. He's looking up. Pap's looking over here saying, when do I get a bite? Come on, Sydney, let's get one more. Just to make sure we're right. That's all we're doing, just to make sure we're right. Look at that big one. Y'all, the tart in it is so good. And the crisp on the top, it is a little crispy and it gives a good little crunch to it, even though it's it's hot, we're gonna do a taste test. I'm gonna try another one, just a little one. It is good. Your family's gonna love it. And Sydney's got a new recipe, don't you? You'll have to take a picture and get it in your phone. All right, we're gonna tell you what we always tell you. The good Lord, he loves you a lot, and we love you too. Y'all go have a Merry Christmas and make you a Tart apple crisp. Love you. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.